Hello everybody, my name is Neil Bruce and I recently finished a 4-year accounting and finance degree, and one of the main things I took away from that degree was the fact that focus is one of the most important parts of your university degree. If you're not focused on your studies, then it's highly unlikely that you're going to manage to do well at university. And one of the main things that draws away from someone's focus on their degree is having money problems at university. You've got countless numbers of exams and courseworks and essays and dissertations to do at university, and the last thing you want is other distractions making your life worse. And money can be such a crushing thing for anyone. So in this video, I'm going to give you the advice that you need to get you through university without having too many money problems. Also, just a quick disclaimer before we start. I have terrible hay fever today, so I sound like this. And also, a lot of the anecdotal things I say in this video will be based on someone who is Scottish going to university in Scotland, which means no tuition fees. But this doesn't mean that my advice doesn't count for you if you're not in that situation. So without further ado, let's get right into the video. So one of the main expenditures that you'll have to face at university is the almighty rent. And something that is rarely talked about is the fact that in first year, if you're going to a campus university, then the cost of rent is going to be so much more if you are wanting to live on campus. Using myself as an example, my first year accommodation cost £630 per month. And the basic level of the Scottish student loan doesn't even cover this. So essentially you need to have well-off parents or get a job during first year. Fortunately, through second to fourth year, I was living off campus, and therefore it tends to be that the rent is cheaper. And I was looking at more like £315 a month on rent. One good thing about the campus living was that the rent figure did actually cover the rest of the expenses such as Wi-Fi, water, electricity, etc. And my off-campus building did not, so the £315 actually looked more like $350 after all of the expenses were taken off. So in first year, you're going to pretty much need to get a job. If you want to live on campus at your university, it's going to cost a lot of money. And the good thing is, in most degrees, first year will not actually count towards your degree classification. So therefore, all you kind of need to do is pass first year whilst working on the side, and therefore you'll have a nice nest egg moving into second year. And in second year, I again recommend getting a job. Due to one of the same reasons as first year, these results tend to not count towards your degree classification. And with the rent being cheaper in second year, you can use this money that you're earning extra to save up for third and fourth year. Because in third and fourth year, you're going to want to not get a job. Obviously, third and fourth year are the most important times of your university degree. These are the years that are going to count towards your degree classification, and so therefore you do not want to be working on the side whilst you're focusing on this. It's perfectly fine to get a summer job, but whilst you're at university and in term times, I would not recommend it. You just end up having your eggs in too many baskets, you're spreading yourself too thinly, and therefore you can't get through the material you need to do well in your exams. So if you did maintain a job throughout second year, you can kind of disperse that saved up income throughout third and fourth year to help you pay for rent. So now we'll move on to a few tips and tricks to help you maintain your balance at university. So the first of these is budgeting, which is a really easy thing to do, and it allows you to visualize how much money you're going to have left at the end of each month. So first off, you want to add up all of your income, which includes your loan income or any job income you may have, or just any income that you're getting from your parents even. Then you want to take off your essential outgoings. So if you need to pay for tuition fees, they come in here. Then you've also got your rent, your bills for your house, your phone bills, any travel costs that you think you're going to incur, and include food in here. And then the amount left over you have to either invest, save, or spend. So tip 2 is to find out what you can save on. You can sign up for the app Uni Days with your student ID, and therefore you can save loads of money on different products online and in stores. And a big one is that students don't have to pay council tax. So when you move in second year and you're not living on campus anymore, you want to make sure that you're not paying your council tax, because this can be a big hit and you don't need to pay it. You can get an exemption. Tip 3 is to make sure that you're saving saving on travel. If you're at university and you're aged between 16 and 25, then you can get yourself a rail card that will take a third off any of your fares that you get on the train. And this can be really helpful for traveling intercity and seeing your friends, obviously when COVID is over. Tip 4 is just being conscious of saving money. It's really easy to spend loads of money at university because sometimes you can feel like you have quite a lot, but just believe me when I say that you don't want to be working in third and fourth year, so saving up your money for these years can be imperative. And tip 5 is to not go on too many nights out because they can get ridiculously expensive. Talking from experience, in first year I was going out like 2 or 3 times a week sometimes. And I actually made a video that talked about all of the money that I had wasted on alcohol and going out. So I'll leave a link to that in the description if you want to go and watch it. So speaking to my Scottish viewers here, I think that in first year you kind of need a loan and a job. In second year you can get away with just having a job, and in third and fourth year you can hopefully live off your income that you've got from summer jobs and the residual income from your second year. And my final advice goes out to anyone. If you can possibly not get a student loan, then that can be so lucrative for your future. Because my net worth is currently in the negative because I was never told before I went to university that getting a student loan was a bad idea. And now I'm sitting here with like £20,000 of debt. I don't really know how I'm paying it back, and it feels quite strange. Obviously, you're gonna need to get a loan if you need to pay your tuition fees and you've got no way of paying that. But getting a job can be really important throughout the end of high school into the start of university so that you can start to pay that stuff back as soon as you can and it's not looming over your head for too long. So I really hope you enjoyed the video and found it helpful. If you are going to university shortly, then I really hope you have a great time, and I really hope that you manage to stay on top of your finances to not have as many stress-inducing moments when you look at your bank account. So if you enjoyed the video, make sure to drop it a like, subscribe to the channel whilst you're down there, and I'd love to hear any thoughts or feelings you had on the video in the comments below. Thanks so much for watching.